Today, man, I'm going to hit y'all with the Greg Scarpa treatment. Greg Scarpa, if you don't know, was a hitman, the most prolific killer in the Colombo family. He had been informing with the FBI ever since the late 50s. The FBI actually contracted him to go to Georgia in the 60s when those two civil rights Jewish civil rights workers were killed with the black dude that was with him. He went down there to find out information. He beat up a couple Klansmen, threatened and he had license to kill. So that was like a psyop, COINTELPRO. They were sending him in to kill everybody. I mean, that's how the government used to roll. So that's how he got his relationship with the FBI. So when he joined the family, it was only natural that he report to them. So he had been reporting since the late 50s till he died of AIDS in 93. And you know who Greg Scarpa is. What I want to do is I want to go through some of these. This is the FBI records vault, and I'm clicking on these public documents, and we're going to read them because that's just what time it is. You gotta read this stuff, man, because you never know if people who are doing dirt now are in this paperwork, because they talk about everything because it had to be released. On November 5th, 1980, source advised that Carmine Persico has been officially elevated to the position of the Colombo family boss. Right? And Jerry Langella is the acting consigliere. Source advised that Tom DeBella was requested to step down in favor of Persico with the approval of the National Commission. On December 2nd, 1980, source advised that John Matera, a Colombo capo in the Miami, Florida area, is very active in gambling, loan sharking, and narcotics activity in the area from Miami to West Palm Beach, Florida. The source also advised that blank, redacted, Matera's crew is directly involved in these activities with Matera, okay? The source noted that Matera has been using an Italian restaurant in North Miami as a meeting place and office where much of this illegal activity is discussed and handled. December 2nd, 1980. Source advised that one of the individuals involved in the redacted was a member of the redacted. Of the Colombo family. I'm just joking. Under Jerry Langella. The source advised that the Colombo family is still seeking the whereabouts of Zalaban in an effort to finish the job. To kill him, I think. On December 2nd, 1980, source advised that Jackie DeRoss, he stayed in the Colombo family until he turned into an old man. He's been in it forever. And John Pate are currently shylocking Junior Persico's money in the Staten Island area. So Carmine, aka Junior, is using these guys to shylock his bread. And source advised that DeRoss has also been used by Persico as a liaison to contact members of the other LCN, La Cosa Nostra. LCN is their acronym in the FBI work. Families on Persico's behalf, right? December is a busy month. December 2nd, 1980. Source advised that Colombo capo Dominique Montemarano has an extremely large shylocking operation at his social club on 15th Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Source also noted that Montemarano has become very close to the new Colombo boss, Persico. And you got to understand, Persico was in prison a lot. This is after he came home from doing the 10 years for the truck hijacking. So he's out and he's going to get picked up like a year later. And he was being watched the entire time. And as you can see, Greg Scarpa was reporting daily to the FBI about him. So he was bound to go back to prison. They let him out for a while just to see who he was connected to, who he was networking with, and what kind of business he was in so they can tear him down. Because the Colombo faced a RICO before all the other families got it. Remember, Rudy Giuliani indicted all the families, but the Colombo actually had an indictment first before that. You understand? So they got it, so they had got RICO'd, and then, bam, Giuliani did the RICO of Paul Castellano. He was murdered before he went to trial, by John Gotti. The source also advised that Persico is attempting to seek a commission meeting soon to ask for new members for the Colombo family. And to that end is having all his capos reporting on their respective members to give Persico an accurate reflection of the makeup of the Colombo family. The source also advised that Persico recently has been in conflict with high-ranking members of both the Lucchese and Gambino families and regularly contacts members of the Genovese family. Wow, so we're seeing the politics. We're seeing that Persico wants to up his men. He needs more men because he probably going to hit the pen soon. So he needs his family strong so he can put his family in leadership positions. And for the next 60 years, he ran his family. I'll catch you next time on the Greg Scarpa FBI Files.